question round two.
Men date aesthetics, women date potential.
No.
1,000%. 1,000%. In my opinion, how do I put this? Men take looks of a woman very, very seriously. In terms of women dating potential, my mum and my dad is a good example. For example, my dad had nothing. My dad had nothing, but he was a good man, and she was 20 years younger than my dad, but because he was a good man, he married her. But in terms of men wanting aesthetics, that is 1,000% true, because women don't always want money. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Yeah.
No. We don't understand what you're getting at, because clearly you don't live in this world. You either don't live in 2025 or you don't, or you think your one example of your parents is the majority. Now, clearly your parents are even from a different generation. Though he looks young, so I'm going to think he's maybe early 20s. But even then, his parents are kind of from a different generation. Right now, which women are dating potential? The only time women consider dating potential is if the type of men, the rich men they want, don't want them back. And that we are talking 40, 45. That's when they realize, you know what, I've been waiting for so long for the rich man to come get me. Maybe I should finally date an average man. Because remember, even an average man, even if he earns 80,000, 90,000, that's a little bit above average. But to women, if a man doesn't earn six figures, they still call him potential. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's what they say.
I don't think so. I think everyone wants it. Aesthetics is actually wanted by both, and it depends on the individual. Potential is also dependent on the individual. Personally, I love to train. It's not just based on aesthetics. It's based on who I am. It helps me come out of my shell. So I wouldn't just I'm just not looking for someone who has, like all the money or has all the looks. I would look for the potential because I want to grow with the person, and same as females as well. It just depends on what trends we are following because of, like the recent trend, selling yourself on Instagram or wherever, OnlyFans. Obviously, there are a lot of females on there as compared to males, and that's how the success also came. So saying that, like only men are looking for that, it's definitely wrong.
Yes, both men and women look do consider the looks. Actually, I believe these days, women care more about looks than men. I'm going to be honest. Women care more about looks than men, especially the height, because height is part of looks. It's physical, right? Women care more about looks than men. To the extent that even an overweight woman will reject an overweight man. It's that bad. It's that women are that picky with their looks. You guys saw Lizzo, that all the men she said she had a crush on or she wanted, the men were always in shape. She never ever chose to want to date a man who was her same size, because now she took, I think, Ozempic or some shit like that, and she lost weight, right? But right now, women are more picky than men when it comes to looks.
Oh, I'm very sure the girls pay for men as well. So is it? Do you think the girls are not paying for it? Really?
What about the guys who have OnlyFans? I'm just saying.
I'm not touching on that, but I do think how we date nowadays is very corrupted. The dating apps are there for you to judge people based on their looks, but without knowing who they are, what they do, and nothing. And then you got to put yourself in this bubble of, oh, I'm going to pick you because of your aesthetics. It's unfortunately not a men's fault solely. And I'm not saying that, it has anything to do with the gender. I think it's just the way the dating scene works nowadays. Yeah. When was the last time you went out and just met someone naturally?
Naturally, I don't think so. I'm a clubbing person, so I'm never able to. So again, dating apps I did use. And again, looks are obviously a start where you have to start somewhere, because obviously you wouldn't just choose a blank picture, right? Like the picture has to have something in there. And then, it's a start, but obviously going before, you wouldn't just go with that person if you can't even talk to, and that person doesn't want to grow. It'll be just the end of the...
I think we're too afraid to be vulnerable, so we just go for aesthetics.
Yeah.
All right. Anecdotally, I do personally believe the statement that those who are more masculine do prioritize aesthetics, not over anything else, but obviously aesthetics is the first step in the, I don't want to use the word game, in dating, in like mating and everything else of the sorts. Scientific term, sorry. And there is studies to actively back that up, that the general masculine do prefer women who have put more time into their aesthetic appearance. Study also says that men don't understand makeup and they don't know the natural look, but that's besides the case.
He does.
Honestly, I'm thinking all these guys who are on the panel, apart from the black guy, I may be biased, but all these guys who are speaking on this sounds to me that like they are male feminists. Every time they try to make a point, they try to bring the men down. They try to say, but men are that like this, but don't do this, but men don't do this. It sounds like they're male feminists to me.
However, for those who are more femme-leaning, the same appearance happens, which is, or the same statistic happens. Those who are more femme-leaning do appear to look towards more of the aesthetic appearance as well. It is just, it's a different aesthetic than what the
Look, I
European standard is.
I think aesthetic is really up to as like your own person, you know, like a guy can like a girl with makeup or a guy can prefer a girl without makeup, like just like a girl can prefer a guy who gyms or doesn't really care, or compared to a girl who doesn't really care. Like I never wear makeup and, you know, my boyfriend loves me with or without makeup. But I do believe that looks attract, but then personality is what makes you stay.
100%.
And then you grow together because you want to be with that person.
That's true.
And that's all I think there is.
She's smart.
Well, this is just my opinion. Sorry if it does offend everyone else, but I don't really go for like all the looks, aesthetic and stuff.
That's not
mainly
true.
just the personality, how they're doing, just like their life goals in the future. Just like if they're having a good time, vibe, everything. I don't care if you're like a homeless person. Marry me up, you know? That's it.
Man, I hate when women lie. Did you guys hear what she just said? I don't care if you're homeless as long as you have personality. Well, if he's homeless, you're never even going to say, you're never even going to come close to him. So how are you going to find out his personality if you're never even going to give him a chance to say hi to you? I don't know why women do this. I don't know why they try to act like as if they are the minority. They're the unicorn. If she's saying that she doesn't care about looks, then, because she's not the only woman who says it. So many women claim they don't care about a man's looks. Yet we call them short kings for a reason, because women reject men who are not above 6 feet. Even when you're 5'11", a woman who's 5'4" is going to say you're short. Women, it's okay. We understand it. You're human just like we are. Men care about looks and women care about looks. In fact, like I said, women care about looks more than men. But I hate when some women like her come on and try to lie about how they don't care about looks. Man, that's so disingenuous. It's so annoying.
Thanks, G. Unfortunately, in 2025, men do go for aesthetics, you know, especially on Instagram, seeing a baddie or something like that. And also women do go for money, right? It's because, you know, the women want someone to provide and they don't want to be broke. You know, if you've got like, you know, a kid, you don't want to, you know, be without, you know, can't feed them and stuff like that. That's not my opinion. I'm just saying that's what it is reality-wise. But, yeah, it's not about looks, because personality is over at 100%. You know, you could have a hot, stunning girl, but if she's dumb as whatever, or she, you know, she's just bland, it's just boring, right? So yeah, that's the key right there. And also, you know, if you like Mars bar but you don't like Turkish delight, you know, you're not going to eat Turkish delight, are you? So that's just it, yeah. Who's next?
Now, I think majority, you know how women will choose? The only time women don't really care about looks or about a man's height, for example, Kevin Hart, is if they know you're rich. They have to know you have the money ahead of time. That's why there's so many guys who are short who have so much money, but women reject them because they don't know they have money. But the moment they find out they have money, so the only time you will see a woman with a short guy, you will see a woman with an ugly guy, is if the guy has money, and they have to know he has to have money ahead of time. They don't want to figure out if he has money or not. So they reject you ahead of time. But if they know you have money, they will give you a chance. But I believe most men would rather deal with a woman who they consider very attractive, who has a bad attitude, a bad personality, over a woman they don't find attractive. That's just human nature. I think, we pick and choose, but the truth is men can be very cold and very cutthroat when it comes to choosing women as well. But what do you guys think about that? Shout out to these guys, man. I just saw this on the internet. I thought I should review it. What do you guys think about that? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like the video as we get into the live stream, okay? Support your boy. Like the video as you come in. Really appreciate that. All right, so let's